Good morning everybody, welcome to Rhyme of the Times for the week ending 1st of June 2024. With another defection and after close inspection of the polling direction and election projection, it's a time for Tory dejection and possibly more reflection with less than 6 weeks to the general election. Meanwhile, Starmer deals with matters of deselection and Diane's selection after last year's ejection. Trump expresses his objections and his appeal intentions. An intervention from Spain, Ireland and Norway receives Israeli rejection. And so they set forth, west to east, south to north, with the aim to lead Britain from July the 4th. All the major political runners and riders, from favourites Labour to the rank outsiders. Many anxious Tories are running for the hills with their party's current multifarious ills, some of them looking for pastures new and joining the Labour exchange queue. The latest MP to cross that great divide and join almost certainly the winning side was Mark Logan, representing Bolton North East, causing Rishi's hopes to be further decreased. Sunak and Starmer went into overdrive. All over the country they'd suddenly arrive. Meanwhile, Lib Dem leader Sir Ed Davey found the water in Windermere a bit too wavy. He went in the water 5 times from a paddle boat, perhaps searching for the floating voters' vote. To lead a party you need your ducks in a row, and it can be like herding chickens, you know. Whatever bird phrase Rishi and Sir Keir preferred, such advice this week was strictly for the birds, 'cause both leaders were like birds of a feather, both men being driven to the end of their tether. While Logan had made Sunak look like a lame duck, Starmer wasn't having much better luck. Like a headless chicken, he seemed to lose the plot with the return to his party of Diane Abbott. The first ever British black woman MP who Starmer suspended in April 23 was on Tuesday back in the fold, but was then told that she wasn't completely back from the cold. She said she'd been stopped from standing for election, but Starmer seemed to question her recollection. When Deputy Angela Rayner intervened, Sir Keir's irritation could clearly be seen. Decisiveness is a quality he needs to convey, like when he first sent Miss Abbott away, when he ousted her for being anti-Semitic, despite Labour's left wing giving him some stick. He'd vowed that Labour would split from its past, and rooting out anti-Semitism was a vast task that must be tackled head-on, not half-arsed, a painful nettle that Labour just had to grasp. With Corbyn's expulsion the die had been cast, so die was cast out and made an outcast. Meanwhile, Jeremy Corbyn gave up long ago being part of Labour while Sir Keir runs the show. And soon after Sunak announced the big date, Islington North got a new Labour candidate. So Corbyn said that he now intended to defend his majority as an independent. And the former Labour leader will stand with authority in a place where he holds a huge majority. When it comes to policies, the Tories have gone manic, showing little strategy and a lot of blind panic. The first evidence of the new Tory scattergun was a national service plan that surprised everyone. Every person in the UK when they turn 18 will be required by law to join one of 2 schemes: selective military training for 1 whole year or work in the community as a volunteer. The government were very clear in their description that this was in no way a form of conscription. There soon followed another headline-grabbing plan to have Mickey Mouse degrees from universities banned. Meanwhile, Labour continue to carry their Ming vase, making sure they don't wobble or fall on their arse. The polls suggest, unless there's an unforeseen snag, they should already have this election in the bag. But this week Starmer said he was a socialist at heart, which no doubt gave his strategists a bit of a start. On Thursday, America momentarily stood still, and maybe the whole world also caught a chill. After a 5-week trial, Trump looked quite ill as the jury duties were about to be fulfilled. They gave Trump a guilty verdict, 12-0. The judge would have died on the spot if looks could kill. The doughty dozen had taken Trump to the cleaners over the former president's misdemeanours. 34 out of 34 might sound perfect, but not when it refers to guilty verdicts. Predictably, Trump said an appeal would be coming, but his post-trial ramble was quite unbecoming. Trumpites, though, could see and hear only a victim, their man being rinsed by a fraudulent system. But if this was a stunt by Biden and co., as the former president would have us know, then it probably won't have the desired result, because Trump's status for many Americans is cult. In 2016, Trump famously surmised he could shoot someone dead and his polling would rise. Now he's testing that theory, and the early signs are that his election hopes have not been undermined. For a while now in Rafah, things have got rougher as Israel tries to blow the Hamas cover. But on Monday, a displacement camp caught fire as an IDF strike went badly haywire. Now global patience has just about expired, and Norway, Ireland and Spain raised Netanyahu's ire when on Tuesday they recognised Palestine as a state, getting Israel's government in a right old state. For many in Gaza, it's all too little, too late.